Hello there, Capricorn. Let's look at your messages. I typically do my recordings so that the camera is facing me and so that you can watch the cards as I pull them up in front of the camera like that. And I typically do them in the morning when things are really quiet outside, and also my little boy's at school, but here he is next to me this afternoon because I've been doing some jobs in the morning that are outside of my tarot sphere. And so I'm just here in the afternoon relaxing with my little boy sitting on the bed, and I decided to get some recording done. Hey, so if you resonated, and so yeah, once again, clickety clackety, my little boy's playing Minecraft and watching YouTube simultaneously. And also there's so much traffic, so much noise, so many people walking by outside because the windows are open because it's a beautiful day. Okay, just wanted to give you a heads up about that. But anyway, if you resonated with the title of this video, that means the messages in here are for you. So hang in there. Let's go ahead and get started. Make sure you're subscribed if you love my reading style. Look at this. We got the Gemini energy. We got the Page of Swords, which is like this young person that's got something to say. They think they know everything. This could be a child of yours, or this could be like someone that's close to you that's kind of bugging you, but this also could be you. This could be you, very headstrong, very communicative, have your own ideas, but they tend to be on a little bit immature. But let's see what else we have here. Wow, you're pretty chatty right now. So we got a few different messages coming in. It's like there's some kind of feminine energy that's just kind of looking out over. It's a wise feminine energy that's looking out over this situation and kind of shaking her head. But I'm going to put her over here. And then there's some juggling back and forth because there's some chaos. But I feel like this has something to do with you just need to simplify some stuff. But then this has something to do with the swords situation, right? So you're really worried about something. Something's really bugging you, and it's got you in your head space when you should be in the sleeping space. And as I was saying, there's if it's a child of yours, someone that's younger than you, that's affecting you so that you're worried about them. It's something that's bothering you, especially late at night. It creeps into your head and it drives you nuts. And whenever I get that Nine of Swords energy, it's saying to me that there's some prayers that need to be made, okay, in order to give you may not be able to do anything about what this other person is choosing to do, if this is the case for you. You may not be able to do anything about what they choose to do, but you can have peace. You can sleep well, because the less sleep you get, the more your vibration deteriorates. The more your vibration deteriorates, the more bad luck you bring in. And the more reason you have to be worried, staying up and being anxious, okay? It's a vicious cycle that can easily spin out of control, all right? It's very important that you sleep, whatever it takes. And my favorite thing to do is take my hands off my head and put them together in prayer and say to whatever higher source, universe, source, God, Jesus Christ, guardian angels, goddess, whoever it is that you resonate with as being someone you can call on for help, do that. And say, please bring me peace so that I can rest. I need the rest right now, okay? I need peace. Please help me know that everything's going to be okay. Everything happens for a reason, and everything's going to be okay. I would just, I'm feeling like this, where you're just so tired and you're rocking back and forth and you're saying this to yourself over and over and over and over and over again. Everything's going to be fine. Everything happens for a reason, okay? So let's look at some other advice besides just the advice from the tarot, and not just from what you get from your prayers, but there's some other stuff coming in. Here comes the motorcycle. Okay, so what's come in is the Chariot, and I feel like these two people are the same thing. This person, this immature person that you're concerned about, has a path that they need to take, and it's not with you. Okay, they've got something that they need to do, that they're here for. Their sole purpose is involved in something that they need to do that freaks you out. It makes you very afraid for their health and well-being, and it makes you feel insecure about yourself in the process. But it's still, because it's the Chariot is a major arcana, and it's all about the journey, the battle, and the eventual victory. This is a major life transition. This is something that this person was born to do. This is something that it was their fate that they had to do. Okay? Even if you don't like it, they have to do it. This is part of their journey. Okay? So there's that advice. It's just saying, know that this isn't about you. This whole situation is not about you. It might affect you negatively, but it isn't about you. What you're doing, what you need to do, is protect yourself from being harmed by this person and the choices that they need to make. How can you protect yourself from harm? How can you protect yourself from any kind of danger, from any kind of abuse, right? From being taken advantage of? There's got to be something you can do to bring some sense of peace to yourself if you love this person and they're having to do things that don't serve you. Okay, let's look at the trajectories. Short, long term. We'll see if there's a midterm that comes up as well. Just remember that not all trajectories are set in stone, that they are just trajectories. So this is where we're at in the storyline, and according to that energy, that's where we're going. But things can change on pivot to change the course at any moment. So there's so many realities that can manifest. Okay, so let's look at the trajectory according to where we're at right now. There's the feeling of, it's just feeling like you're being taken for granted. That's the main thing I think that's bothering you, is that they're making choices that you don't love, and it makes you feel like you're being taken for granted, that they're not considering your feelings. They're just running in headstrong, and they're all logical, and they're not emotional the way that you are. So, I don't usually see Capricorn as being emotional, but in this case you might be. So you might have some other influences in your chart that are making you feel much more wary, much more emotional, okay? Much more sensitive. That's okay, all right? So let's look at the long term. So short term, feeling unappreciated. Long term, seeing why, okay? The Seven of Pentacles is all about the fruit, the harvest at the end of a growth cycle. Now, this person didn't have to do anything to make the harvest come. This person didn't have to fuss and worry that whether or not the crop was going to come. So, like, this person that you're associated with, they got to do what they got to do, and you meddling with it will only hurt your relationship with them. So it's best that you stay out of it. That's what you're being told. So is this person working hard on this crop? Nope, they're hardly working. That's what I always say about this one. They're just standing there being held up by the hoe, right? So that you don't have to do anything. That's what it's saying. Like, if you're feeling like you're being taken for granted for some reason, don't do the extra stuff. Have a healthy boundary around what you will and won't do for them, okay? You feel like you've been dealt a shitty cup by the divine? That's not going to help you, is it? That's not going to bring you more abundance. And we know that we got to be grateful for what we do have in order to receive more. So count your blessings, do your journaling every morning, every night. Write down all the blessings that you have in your life, everything that you have to be grateful for. I guarantee that there will be so many wonderful, beautiful gifts coming in that it will be hard for you to worry so hard about this other person, especially if it's not even your own child, okay? I love you, Cancerians. Sorry, Capricorns. Some of you have Cancer placements, if that's what I just said. Capricorns, I love you. And if you loved this reading, make sure and check out the links in the description box below to my Venmo and my PayPal to drop a couple of bucks so that I know that these readings mean so much to you, and that will help me to feel like I'm on the right track as well, having that positive feedback from you guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.